Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As was introduced, I'm FUJITA of RIETI. Thank you very much for coming despite your very busy schedules. This is the Labor Policy Symposium co-hosted by RIETI and IZA, IZA. Thank you very much for coming. The RIETI, a co-host of this event, analyzes the challenges faced by the Japanese society and economy from different angles to make contributions to policy formations. RIETI places particular emphasis on the challenges related to the rapid aging of the Japanese society, which is heading towards ultra-age society. We believe it is one of the most important tasks of RIETI to identify issues for the Japanese society and the economy and to recommend appropriate responses. By elucidating the outcomes of our academic researches at symposia and on our webpage in an easy-to-understand way, we want to promote better understanding by policymakers, the press, and the public at large. Our co-host, IZA, is headquartered in Bonn, Germany. It's an internationally renowned economic research institute on labor markets. It was founded in 1998 with the support of the Deutsche Post Foundation, but currently it is a completely independent research institute. IZA operates a network of approximately 1,500 economists from 50 countries. IZA also places importance on policy analysis, such as policies on aging society, and it publishes a World of Labor series of reports with an aim to convey its latest academic research outcomes to policymakers and host a policy symposia. And this symposium is a part of its activities. Dr. Alessio Brown, director at IZA, will be speaking in detail about World of Labor. Please have a look at the logo marks of IZA, which is to the left, and RIETI's logo mark, which is to the right, which are in the middle of this slide. The IZA logo mark on the left shows one human head. In contrast, the RIETI logo mark on the right-hand side shows 3 human heads, not one. Both marks, I suspect, imply that human capital is comprised of human beings or individuals. IZA logo mark is a reflection of individualism, which is the basis of Occidental culture. Meanwhile, RIETI's logo mark is an illustration of an ancient Chinese saying, "Out of the counsel of 3 comes wisdom," or 2 heads are better than 1. This is my own interpretation, but in the Orient we tend to think, although we may lose against the Westerners in terms of individual ability, we may at least be on par if we in the Orient put our heads together, a reflection of a groupism tradition in the Orient. Now, on a more serious note, the theme of this symposium is reforming labor market institutions to promote elderly employment. According to the OECD estimates, dependency ratio, which is a ratio of population 65 and over to population between 15 and 64, is expected to exceed 60% by 2050 in countries such as Japan, Spain, Italy, and Greece. 0.6 aged person for every working age person, that is. We are approaching a so-called piggyback society. In these countries, dependency ratio in 2000 was around 25%. So it is a rapid change that is now taking place. That is like back in year 2000, the dependency ratio was 25%. That is like a cavalry battle game when 3 support 1. In 2050, the cavalry battle game type society will become piggyback society. This rapid change poses many challenges such as sustainability of pension system. And many countries are trying to address these challenges by promoting employment of the elderly. It is also true, however, that some are concerned about a possible side effect that promotion of employment of the elderly could deprive employment of other groups, such as the young. So during today's symposium, in the first half, we will discuss how have measures to promote employment of the elderly affected employment opportunities for the aged in the United States, Europe, and in Japan, and how such policies affected employment opportunity of other age groups. We will hear from Professor David Newmark, professor at University of California, and IZA research fellow, and Dr. Jimeno, Bank of Spain and IZA, and Professor Kondo of Yokohama National University to discuss those issues. In the latter half, during the panel discussion, based on the keynotes, we will have, in addition to the speakers, we will have Dr. Tsuru. We will have 4 panelists on the panel to discuss what the lessons we can learn from the experiences around the world in view of the possible employment promotion measures for the aged in Japan. Dr. Tsuru, as you may know, has been instrumental in the Regulatory Reform Council at Cabinet Office. Hope this symposium serves as an opportunity to share outcomes of our research activities at both RIETI and IZA to promote employment of the elderly and lead to policy formation. Now, on behalf of the elderly, I have a request. I myself will be soon turning 72, so I am a full-fledged senior citizen. I currently live in Uji, Kyoto. For the past 12 years, I've commuted to Tokyo every week on a bullet train. So I'm sure sooner or later I will be registered as a world record holder in Guinness. Putting joke aside, garbage truck of Uji City and I have to bring the garbage back to the collection site, but the garbage trucks in Uji, these trucks are in green, by the way, and these garbage trucks in Uji City have big signs on both sides of the truck. And the sign reads, "When discarded, it's a waste. When used, it's a resource." I think this is a wonderful logo. It says, when discarded, it's a waste. When used, it's a resource. That means whether a thing or an item is a garbage or a resource is not determined by its physical property. It's determined by the relationship between the item and the society. In order to make the most of an item which can be discarded as trash, we need a social innovation of a broader sense to accommodate it in the society in a creative fashion. To give my own example, I am being used by BT, for which I am grateful, but I know my days are numbered. And I know I will be treated as if I were a trash once I retire from BT. Meanwhile, if we can bring about a change to the society and make it possible for us, the elderly, to work as long as we want, It will make both us, the elderly, and the society and the family much happier. But in order to achieve this, we need to design and create a new economic and societal system so that the elderly can remain active. So I hope that this system will contribute in promoting a discussion on how to modify the existing labor market and the socio-economic system in our societies, in trying to promote employment of the elderly, but also to discuss bold initiatives and measures in creating and designing a new economy and a society so that the elderly can be active in their societies. And that is something that I would like you to discuss during the symposium. And with that, I would like to conclude my opening remarks, and I hope you will enjoy the symposium, and I thank you for your attention.